What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Mike's fine. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Room here to run. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston. Kalen Ballage, 78 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got to double up, double up. Young lady. Kill.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Alert flare. Pick the edge.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On third down, here's Coleman. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans will take over with a first and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Being chased out left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Ballage. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Check 53. Hey, Delta. Mike, 53.
Throwing is Allen on third. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Allen now looks to throw. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Balaj. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On play action, Allen. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Texans push further out in front. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. You got nothing in there. Lady, you got nothing.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Ed Oliver coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9.
Now, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Watch the screen. That's it. Mike 8. Hey, watch that. Hey, what's that?
A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Darnold from the gun. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's second down.
I absolutely love that play call there. They just came off of a big play. They've got momentum in their direction, and they come back and take the shot at the end zone, just unable to complete it. I love their aggressiveness.
And you feel like the defense, a sigh of relief, could have been back-to-back really big plays.
He's coming, double up.
On the draw play, Coleman. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
SOS. Red 80.
Here's Darnold. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Coleman on first down. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Darnold a sneak, and he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak, kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. They come out here in the eye. Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Punching it in from a yard away as they are now on the board here in the first half. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Play action, now it's Allen. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Delaney Walker. 29 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, 80. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Pick it up, guys.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went in the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
All day, baby, all day. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Here's Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Yo, son. 56, Mike, 56. So we got man.
A first down throw. Darnold on the screen. This is Coleman. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
56. All day, punt. Bang, 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 bang.
It's Coleman here, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They run it with Balaj. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Sponge. No. Gun. Mike, 53.
They'll run here with Balaj. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Allen on first and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, wahoo.
To throw again. Allen. It's complete to Hopkins. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in the these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Coleman now. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. 26 yards on the play there. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Allen. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Let's go. 319. Number 53. Don't get nervous.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Mike, 53. Mike. Let him know.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Allen going to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Khalil Mack. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Darnold. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Toss play to Balaj. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And Walker has it. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Allen now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Brian Poole on the tackle. A gain of 29 yards. First down, Texans.
Mike, 50. 53. Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me.
A throw out wide caught by Hopkins. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And the ball is knocked out. And I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Allen. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Lady. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Now Darnold. And he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Roquan Smith. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, standing just about on his own goal line. This is fielded at the 27. Dodges him at the 50. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's a run with Balaj. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Allen now on the sneak, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Josh Allen saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play, and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Coleman on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They will run again with Coleman. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. Anunwa, the intended target.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Mike. 53. Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Check three. Go!
Now a handoff looking right. And he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. One last throw down for Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check.